me ma ade ba kasamfoni afidie Adom TV woje ne sen ye wade oye ene de mete badwam ahemfie ena mede nkuransem ebrewo ediam yeso eye Apostle Dr. Ni Tekotego what is saying me de awurade ase ede ma abrabo na otwe nyina me koso maka nyoma me suaye me sen life at 70 obi sam say wanya 70 I'm going to be so beginning saying what made them found which back a life at 80. But I dear me sure ye can what junior crow. One of the factory conclude a candy be a mantias ye, nature me those who come on a metias here. I'm say Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20. Or say now one more. Utimi idea na a man a bros so a consequence fast or junior who is so a dream person. He who is able to do exceedingly and abundantly according to your thoughts and your imaginations. It just say, I dear be a bedroom in one. When you mention a ma, and may pay your edema. And so she be a besuno. When you mean a shan a ma, and may pay your amount. Abusia, and at the minimum amount was soon what dream proso. Banya hu se osusu ye bia bebem wo de susu fi susu onya susu bone susu awudie susu atimoden nya osusu hu bia no me ka me kire o se osusu ye ebe hyema na ebu afaso won no se wadwene eye consultant wadwene eye director of your life wadwene eye wabrabo mu CEO chief executive officer na bibia ensane emo abrabo mu kosi se before wadwene proso ushia oba na apen no wadwene mu na onye nso se oba de na me fe e de na hu wo no ho aye ofe na aka se open no wo so aka se ope wo no de na ba wadwene mu a aka se ogi so na de adwene ben na wadwene proso wa obubre ye bebe na ye pa adwuma he mekwa adwuma me siese me ho me adwuma me yire me ho aye adwene a wodwene no na ma de ko interview na anya adwuma ne wi a adwene a wodwene no be kenya ho ana ebubu abamu wadwene eye nkuranhye na wadwene eye abaguro wadwene betime agina ehuso na wadwene betime agina gidie ne ndaso so wadwene betime kenya wodo na wadwene betime kenya wotan wadwene betime kenya subani ya meka wa aben yankopon wadwene betime kenya subani betime aben obonsam efiri ba biara abraba wo boye so be yie so be di hia so be koso wonkoso ni titiri agina wadwene proso mahunu obi a yewo na kura ba bi wose me de me kura sini ba me de me fantomago enti me dwene me ho obetra wa fantomago kosi da abewu mahunu obi o se me de ekoda menanti enti me de pragro trawe na ye dia prago wiase ekoda wonanti a bibia nchesa wonfa dro so ema na nyeye ekoda wonanti a bibi nsi kwan se obechechira akro na wadi agro wa abrabom emu wo fantomago a bibia nchire se obedi ntomago na bo asen na wadi agro abrabom susuya susu wadwe proso no ene wonne kwa mi ganjimi mi choko nje ko fe ma jwana na wadwe no eye sa na ate onya nkrani onya akani onya obi afri fragmental onya not na you are your mind I am my mind cumulatively the results of our lives are first manufactured in our thoughts and they show in our emotions and then they become our beliefs and attitudes and they become your behaviors. When your life is not going on well, stop looking at others and start looking at you. What are you thinking about? And now, sorry, why I said, we deal with a war. Bisa wadwin he bibi ensu kwan so bedwadwin pa me da me wa kire me na bedwadwin pa me kenya dwin pa e kenya nsusuye papa. You see, the right kind of thinking promotes good judgment, reasoning, and decision making. Adwene a odo ene negie wo mu no e kenya nsusuye pa e ma mesemu ye ne ye pa na adwene a wotan ayrewo na bufo mu no e nsusuye pa akwan de ntia bebre ye ntimi nya abrabo anu yie ne se ejina ya adwene a ya adwene so aso na pa ene ye bre ena mehunu amane ena mefrefie we mu ena me de me ni pesimesi ena me kopeo je se why ha adwene aya no sabi susu ye pa emem. Good judgment cannot stay in a mind that is filled with anxiety, sadness, and anger. Good judgment, reasoning, and decision making cannot be taken from a mind that is filled with anger, sadness, and anxiety. So stop being anxious. Obeka Bible say, be anxious about nothing. Yes, you can say, be anxious about nothing, but in all things. Or say, we be a na de nyinam no kokoto dwa na bu kotodwe na fa mpaabo ne sufre efe yankopon mpaabo ye de mpaabo ye nkuranhye mpaabo emagidie nyankopon emesraw wono wo de asem atu obi anim enti emra wo de hiadem no jaisa wo dwini me de me hiani o me bibini o me de Ghana me we se ade bebre petrol boy de o dokrum boy de ntide jaisa wo dwini adwene a eka wo subanhye na dwene adwene Kenya wo su ene watenka. My first lesson about life is life continues. And life's foundation is built from the voices in your head. Onipa biya wo so na pa nkomodie because wa adwen proso. Wa so ankomo no. Nkomodie bi, some of them are critical. No nyofe. We wontimi nye. We memfa ha. We enkoyie. Obi koye na no. Those voices can demean your life or can lift you up. Search the voices on your mind. If your life has to go on very well, search the voices on your mind. Ask yourself, what conversations are going on in your head? Ushemi, adwin be na wodwene. Enkitangudi e koso adwin poso. A friend of neuro-linguistic programming. And I say wabrabo. Wabrabo say the foundations of your life are built from the voices you hear in your mind. The things you tell yourself creates the things you are able to do. Somebody may say, make a commitment to become better and greater. Sinyina na kacha o say fin na dekwe medimu na meyi. Ma wade be yi. Bisika sem bedimu. Ba pom de be siye na me so magina brane. My mama, yina so ne say me dwene amama adwene a edime kan ko ekoyi enye sku amako na sku amenkoye wadwene si wiye wadwene enyina wodoso wadwene enyina kuduro so wadwene enyina nyansa so wadwene enyina no kure so wadwene enyina nyamesuro so na wadwene enyina pepepe yoso onyame nka ho wate onyame nhye wabrabo mu ma na me emo abrabo emu nsuo ensone yeso na empo emfasede emadwaro aha na meja wo me da Adom TV adwuma kofo nyina as titremia menua Thomas ni ade na webe kampedu medamo ase na mada cameraman Henry na sound so Danny na Daniel in the Lions Den ubi anya amrehwe me no aha na mekra wo koso na hwe adwuma die woni onyame entina
Achibiem samu akwa Badom TV Badwam Jumedi so yadani te ekote guase ni nkranhya nsem so odi abred edu so no ye Badwam kase nsem no ne etoja omubia wo betini anti LGBTQ eho ensem no court se wonu mu adi case ne ba ye nya document bi ama ye nti ene ka ho ama delay no ekoso ye de ho nsem no ebebro na ye adwuma ye fon so agya adwuma no ato ho fi se ne ma bi a aban hyehyɛ so obeya ma wo mro nsanka yi nti won kwa dwuma eno ne nsem bi na no pay mede bro Adom TV Badwam kase wo share live on Facebook/Adom TV extra go TV 119 DSTV 280 ko YouTube Adom TV tube yo ho ensem a me be kan eni bebre so e wa adomonline.com a log ya betimi age bracken kan medidi afia amankwa tamaklo afia ne die mientie se den nsem ni chemu ankasa etie. Judicial Service of Ghana say anti-LGBTQ+ ho ensemo na yenwie ka no ni nyina gina say won na de asem no eba court no wo munya document ana niema bia ebema court mpanifo atenase na wetoa asem ni die so munsem kase no edeba
na ye peso obia tiase e free Judicial Service ni say bebia wo ko bia emra wo ho emra so wo ho e o se wudi so Inti cases here on the issue of the sexual rights and family values bill no. Ni epesi e katro bia ne say emra so wo ho e se wo di so Supreme Court betumi enya ho akwanya so obetie wu. Your ladyship can say Dr. Amanda Odoi DA Attorney General and file any defense in the form of a statement of case into Supreme Court rules say or say within a certain time frame and I say within 14 days no about be file it or much Attorney General and file any dear I think so you call Richard Sky before Richard Sky the Dr. Amanda Odoi DA no parties me sending that is Dr. Amanda Odoi Speaker of Parliament, Attorney General, omo file and you maybe wa e was so omo file. Omo me and sending na omo file omo joint memorandum of issues. Obian file, that is in the case of Dr. Amanda Odoi. Obviously, you about Richard Sky and the Parliament of Ghana and Attorney General. She say defendant, and that is Attorney General. Parliament, omo file omo defense in the statement of as a form of a statement of case. Afi so parties me sending na obian file the needed memorandum of issues or say court no oba no ka say afi waye crowd say obetie.
Adwumayefo ya wo National Identification Authority say na wo je adwuma no eye. Ni nyina no eye nhyehyɛ bi aban ne digu na kwan mu sebebu adwumayefo a ebepem sabre ya manugu so kase enye adwuma na wormo echechire wonsem a service terms and conditions ye wo say adwumayefo no wormo ye ne ade ho benefit enfasode e wo so omunya no die ne ho aban no aye ntie nei wormo jade ato ho ye so kwa asante mantem mu de ne nipa to santen wo ho pa na so adwumayefo no enye adwuma efiri se ye wo so wormo nya eboa won say adwumayefo na enye no ene won say eka Yankasi ahudo mu no sane no ye de bebrem ma yento so na yenko yensam foforo so emu founder and convener de Ghana Abutu Reverend Benjamin Grant na wode to Ghana mabunu nyina so anim se won sori waka na won monka won mon so efa ahudie bibi nkoye wo so won mo ka manyoni bi yade bi na nsem fata wo se utumi eka kire won mo tebra no waso ni kwanse ye na manyonsem ne mom de wa wo hwese Ghana ne de hye niema nkoye ede nchichemu ene mpapamu eba na wase wanum na waka emu nsem ene
abam pa ne ede na kokoto Ghana hada abribia ne mpenifo ne die na arehosem kase a wom ne se bebi a omu gina ne eye hiafo mmobrofo ena to aba den edema omo yendwene sa nkrofo nyina ho yendwene sa ebre aso se wako school unko school de fa Ghana ho bia na ofi se enye no oso yo mamba pa utumeka eja se ye tumi kradi yenkasa eye adwuma echen se yede homan foforo bi eja se obi eko school na so ko homan mi ti se Germany a almost yadi yepa bebrenati brofo China so the same thing nanso won mu kasa no emma won mu ti won mu niomba ye ase metumi aka ne pense obi wo parliament house e sana brofo ndondumi nka ne boso asem asema ye adihie atwa so ka no ndumi nka enti braso se ye nyina ne ye bebom ne adoye man ne ye ni papa ko ne adwene oman ne ho.
Organized labor say nyame yadoma edaya wada demonstration de kian ne ke ebeba so wo mo strike no wo mo nya adwuma no kian ne kian yade se ebeba so na ni nyina no gyina se galamse no a ese yensu ene yenkwaye bretuo no e wasa aban no e de so to so mo bia nye galamse ana se small scale mine adwuma bia na wo no ne aban no kosi nkonya nso ankosi hwenti no o mabo ntimo po se ya wada de adwuma bia ne ho a wo mo beko etwa so.
The government meeting with organized labor's response. We have concluded as follows. Our strike remain unchanged. I want to repeat, the strike notice remains unchanged. We have the view that what the government has proposed to do does not adequately address our demands. Sure. And therefore, our notice of strike notice remains unchanged. Thank you.
Now, organized labor for strike. One more bequeno. A bit more mudia one penny for in Yadrene. Into one more say one more and can't strike yes, and as a strike for no. If you say yeah, cast more and could to form a good year and only solution. Also, I drink what they buy in it.
Major concern now is what the labor, is it organized labor or disorganized labor, is talking about, and that is the major issue now. They have decided to declare a strike on the 10th of this particular month, that is October. We don't have a problem about that. They can declare the strike. But our concern as a member of that particular organization or institution is that we were not involved. We are not aware anything at all that they did. We want them to come back to us. To come back to us, come and jojo with us, for all of us to have our views so far as this is concerned. Because anytime we want to declare strike, other than national executives will take it up and bring it down to the local unions, so that the local unions will also come down with the members for us to discuss and vote on it. By this time around, it's just top approach. And you don't know why. We don't want to believe in what we are hearing, that some of them are taking whatever they say they are taking. We don't want to believe in those things. We don't want to.
The Parliamentary Committee of Assurances of Parliament, and so don't rinse now one more at one. Now, so and Minerals Commission, penny for Cassette, one more some dear Galamse, no, every may aquacudru, and no more no CEO, Emma Minerals Commission, dear. We swear, Jina, dear, would you say, and you say a cast womunya yen one solution, and some no said your coye any.
When you say ban small-scale mining, Chair, this is my understanding. It means that don't allow anybody to do it lawfully. I understand the situation and the backlash from Ghanaians. Oh, stop it all together and reset, or pause or whatever. Then the guy in Tinga, the guy in Dakupe who has sunk a borehole, who has spent money to sink a shaft, he says, hang on, I am not by the white water or Pra or Ankubra. Why do you want to, Chair, if you permit me, punish me because folks along the Pra, Brim and Co are misbehaving? Why don't you go and deal with that problem and let me do my work lawfully? Those are the issues we are faced with. So I advise government, and I told my minister that it will not be proper for us to have a wholesale ban. That's number one. On the grounds that a lot of them are, I mean, the whole of Takwa is underground mining, 5,000. So the moment you say we are banning small-scale mining, not Galamsey, because Galamsey is banned, it means they are asking 5,000 people in Takwa not to work, punishing them for something that is not their fault. So this is some of the conundrum that we face.
Maminya no so na Adom TV Badwam kase na ha na bema kwan na no pe ye de asia seda na ye odia emrani adaje ne mum koso ana ne yentena ye basisi ye nche de bonkrata na de ba ne online de no ye de somo twen eba yada se biem samu akwa bado ba Adom TV Badwam dwumade no eso joda de kosi fiada 5:30 ne won from mem by 9:25 na ye wie nanso Adom TV go so edi wonjuma na ye fa kwanya iso yen clients yeguso aye celebrate mo edam ase efise se nyame dom ye na de pache ne etimi sori begina ha se ya na ye muntia ti edam ase dam ase se mo de mo adwaton de abeso ya sniti bosumi bie mpa ho yensa eka ya katua eda mo ase empire de bi ebo ede mamo ne se modwuma be koso ebedi yie eye a enim se bi be kan yen so ti eda mo ase ye client eda mo ase papa meni owura Benjamin Asante da kon a wo frɛ no man hene ana be 2000 mu ho 90s mu ho be friend DJ Hitman ene be 81 ho 82 ana kwa na kwa chiro because ono nu be bia sa na bia frɛ no PE teacher na bibia te sa ti se be na no payment chia we yeah Ediaso
oh chia bia oh akom ne kosi
oh sia
can me to be oh pa no de me ya chro no
de na esi
ene dia mi ka bia say cameraman ya so bi mu na wan ambulance basis ani machia problem ne beba
oh nyele
yegusu 99 kaka de ba ne o hedi dis aba ba bia ya ne o squat ne ho de say o suppose mo amba ho de me kwa betia ne trabam say basta na me da form you know yeah chobia but it's important you know enye the consistency enye one day na person di wie bibia no go fiti kra o pause ya what you say emoja beba say pu untimi nka se onipa da sani o sora no pa ana afimunu nyina ana busumemunu nyina no onje brebe 30 minutes 5 minutes 10 minutes bi and to 99 bobo lembo table tennis and until wa feel ye bibi keke the consistency of even overflow staircase ni bi ada no boa o sora no pa kwa no ni hwia we are marching to our classes and no more na udimisa but bring boom the bring that will so pampa wow feel obaka say udiago but clearly you are exercising the body is important very very important ye fan she titru nkwala no ko ye nyini wie na ye ni ban say tinetine apon ba nkwala be part of them among various clubs omudi agro ebinim badminton ebinim long tennis ebinim table tennis volleyball monwen sa ku no is very important na omonfa enye part of omobrabo no jo onyini ya na say dem na be part and parcel of na brabo machiao ene benada dama benada akwaba ye hye benada se enioma ye papa wo benada mu ene October no de to so nwotwe benada fabre ya ji wo Yesu dim ye to ya brabo no so ye dwene Ghana said ye be ya Ghana betimi akonkan ama bia ti makọ kama dem ti ya moachi be bia ubutu bia no da soronko a Erade dia dom me no mi no nyina me giri se emu ahoden emu positives nyina no obagie na ma say you asutri akai wo se onyame de chair afiada e wo Accra Digital Center de bia de adwumedi ayedi no de toso enum nie sectorial debate ne de bro de se ntini se ene okoto aba ehia se wote de nti akoto aba na se eti ebema eye akuku dama party no mienu no MPP ni NDC ba be gina eye epunachi e wo Accra Digital Center na afei baby edi hu nkomo no food and agriculture obi ad nani so ade hunu ade abre na afo ahwe kwan a esinto e wo ye kua yom ni enu ane nsem no anu yi ne eno so akwankyira wo do gu akwam e de ma ekuo bebre a woni gi eye food and agriculture won ba betena se woni wi a ombebu campaign for after omo presentation e bi sectoral debate and upon on some Accra Digital Center 11th of this very month if you are the day ni be chirchi ye na you could decide juma from kokurant ye
di ye hwe u video ne mra
yes e beti ma hwebi na that's about back na for ya beto en common so
yada se yemo akwa ba biem enti yakan achel senya be yadome fiada wadoma se de bia wo kan ye ho no wo kan ye ho sa na wanso watie bi enuane ne ye fuom emu ensemo no wo kan ho be me ne yeti
well if you have bia ho to obom ne hwen sema do to the bokat bu no the headline ba na contrary to the war in Kraten bia na asem hia bi hye tokuro bim na entimi ama ye nkomodi nim ana de bokata ododum ana ye online stories ntisa akonya no bia tu omom na afa me
030221702702703704 030221701702703704 midofo bra now also for headline ebre
yeah the Daily Graphic is say whilst here try we afraid him Galamsey crackdown government rolls out radical measures. President orders military deployment. LI 2462 to be revoked. Water bodies, forest reserves, red zone. And once more, I'm paying for you and a farmer. Citizens app launch for government services. And also, when you check our graphic, any man say
and economic growth exceeds pre-COVID-19 levels. Finance Minister and the same crunch system so etimi atudwa. Hawk newspaper. Mahama's return, a warning to wrongdoers. A sealing katia and this akokobona to no say Mampeyin se ba or ban so ba Mampeyin dada so ba. That is a more among the debia that bonen and medinioma and sem fatan and bayana. Mining boss raised geological survey budget to crash Galamsey as part of a year. The DC legal mine and Ira Martin Kwakwaisi, and also the adventure Abeka home. And our Benima, justice turned its head. Prosecutors flip case, clear primary suspect, target innocent woman instead. And also a Koma Ekoso Koya saying DBA. Any man say, we won't sacrifice our water for votes. Ira Aye Davis Upukwansa, OP Kiladura Friday and Price from Mashibijani, Ira Kojo Ponkroma, and also Oko of Fonse Ayiribia, on no Yam Mashibijani General. And also a canasem. Daybreak say it's evil to mine in water bodies. Pampeyin abedi chire kasama for Ira Gideon Boako and also Akasano. Afei Kesepe from Animha economic turnaround attracting investors. Under Finance Minister Anna Akasa. Ken AJ Crunchy say Supreme Court must decide Mahama's eligibility before elections. And also Akasa
Enya Obiba JK also. Obiba no pay mo achen mo akwa Badom TV Badwam so. Obiba JK ye mo achen mo akwa ba. Am so Obiba nyama so ye ntere nkanti wada wo masafe ye bi 0302211701 702-703-704 now so brand ye nkasa eti.
The New Republic say Battle of the Brothers John and Samuel Jinapo spar for power in Damango and who asem the New Republic the work him and our party hates MPP's campaign candidates abandons constituency General Secretary issues SOS.
Nana also Nana dia no pay mo ache mo akwaba
mejo so ni aba
ya da se papa Nana frefi nya no pay na yentio
mpacha me prefer yeji kachawra wai
pacha yentio he
na chairman but me se bon abaso adumade am ya oman Ghana na nyame hyam le nka hunde bia mode nkwanhye ne Ghana honsen every na dia make am gidi se aba no ye beto no ye person die de bia ye kasa asofo no liman na obia nka sonye ho asem na ze hu se ne ye yon NDC for ye omo nnema no a ya anhwa na fa ne mabone amfa ma nti se Ghana for person die ni se ede nkugo no be nkugo no abodi nkugo no amonji tum na Ghana yen ko enim wa nyame nka me ho no de amoye bia
Yada say Obiba JK so aba Obiba no pay ye mo ache emo akwaba Obiba humane ko
Obiba bebre The New Republic anima say Gabi they wish death upon us. First family in shock over lack of sympathy, shadows of the coming Armageddon, and also wants them with the New Republic.
Yem fasha mo Samuel no pay ye mo ache mo akwaba
Onyo my hini mu bojuma we de mame fa akwanyi na menchia for still appear kin any Samuel Abuaje ono so Obuasi East any Azuma Akrofo o say sa sectorial debate ya moyi manage ho pa because at times no tie di amayofo no eba omo beka ni saada no du na wuti ho because they na nkasa aya mi tie MPP a no mo ka ekwan ya omo aye but saada no mi tie ye no na say John Mama ni 4 years peno ekwan no kura wa ye say MPP 8 years so nti enya kwan na saada no ye tia mayensu enya ahotoso egun se party a o support no so wa ye duma wo behu onye duma na wo bejai akoto de obeba beboa Ghana enu nso wo behu eni ye de ye wo mre se ye betena asi
mo Nyamisha how anso aba how no pay mo ache mo akwaba
Pastor Judicial
Yada say how free here no pay
oba de entenya
how am pache any nkomo ofo no so o free here no pay
Chifu
Praso so pache yentio
Chifu Praso
okay otie no dinya botema
Atenda oni akuru
na ni ajiabo I say ohun no kasa no na ni ajiabo so awo chifu praso na chiamo e ho na yi wo no vondi ana ade da chifu atimokwa da bi ajiabedo abo na say chifu praso da chifu atimokwa ya abedo boy
chifu praso
daily guide
ayaba obi nso aba
obi je kasa ba na
be obi foforo me don for no pay mu ache mu akwa ba
Daniel.
Yeah, that's it. Be me na wo free free here no pay.
Me free free ko for dia oyeko.
Yo.
Kwame Mensa.
Oyeko.
Okay. Pastor enti o.
Yonko Domina.
Yakoye.
Yes, nyame. Se o mada na metu yen. Na keke nyina no enkoda. Isan se amanyafo no to bia se no mo dandan ensebo ne se no mbeki kan sebo no. Asa saa na tie. Na fi o mo mani pakura wo ho na we yamhyehyɛw. Ndi esrese nyame masada na metu yen ne nyankwa. Na yenkoto aba ni yi. Yinim se Ghana de yeto aba. Nipa ebeto aba no. Dodo no a ebinya dodo no. Ana party kure binya dodo no. Eno na Ghana fo nyina ubehu se onwo ha se omo ha se omo ha na yi no. Ya to awie na yehu se we na ye crest we na nya. Obi a botwi se ma se we nya. Na so na fede ya bre omo. Na ye Ghana pa na se ye no. Omo nyama Ghana na timamfo na se bio omo nso ati ba bi omo ho kire omo no. Omo nso nyamfa so na ye hu se ye Ghana fo.
That's papa. That's your last caller. Mr. George. Mr. George, I don't pay a watching more quaba.
Me let's say I'm say. Me say wa you but wa ba ka ba busu ni na ya to ba. Ka ya galamte. Si ma galamte wo ya to ba ni unu ko ba so. Agala ni o wala da o ye. Ya bi ya ni na ka ba ayi. Galama.
Azi galama ni o da.
Galama ni ko galama to ni ya ba to. That's what we are.
Okay.
And the gala is comes makan.
Yo. Yeah, that's it. Pa, young for George, you know, and course, and the other mass watching. Kwani amodin wo honso na brebe mo ebibi na fe won ntimi amfre na ba.
So the daily guide daily guide is say change divisional commander Achim Kutuku Chiefs and Akasai. Baumia Outdoors Citizens app and also the phone you daily guide any man say. Anna Galamsey protesters 21 granted bail. Vomawo denied and also asem our we did not force suspects police in Akasai and in the kwano Supreme Court ready for anti-gay bill hearing and also wasem one say edin krata no dey atom no dey free bibi wo ma fatu
good yeah that's say wo mra no wadaje ye kwei erekese du body di agudie mu nsam no ba health tips wiki mu nyina ye kokrama eto no fo mu titie sankomo no bi Sebeya, Busumi way, Bora hospitals be brain, one bit me a check your mouth free. Near Yamway home a buy,
hospitals they free.
Oh, do October mostly, yana, tie in free pa. And no say, why cry a kind, I wrote some power back come off a fair fibia, were free because of Cocram, a torn in the form. Made off your hune tamwa. Ebetumi asado me nyina yonko boye no fo no ho eban ye wie pema mbot ma na Tuesday odi ahosepe beba na fe nkomo bi bewram na kwasi kwasi ye musician o sa kwode ye papa ye ready ma ye nua be ma kwasi nsia o rap wo TikTok pa nya easy enti o wie for the asemidi ka beba na fe income so aba be chinem edin pensem mo no abro no ne Badwam dwumadi ne mom TV sa Adom TV ne de be koso ye adwuma no saa Yakwaba.
Anopan so wala natural mineral water, the Esia Konkon, ye agudi mun sam na etwa so na say nsuo ne bebre wo dwaman so de obenom na wo vim vogo say utimu fine no shaking nothing did the back wala natural mineral water. Omo sponsors anopa bi on ken homa ye agudi mun sam de rabesha say de fi the senior national soccer team the Black Stars of Ghana me no ka say news fi camp eba no enya homakakra and Thomas Taipate anona ene kobebo captain Samband yama Ghana bra ye ne Sudan de pem so Sergio Manocho the sad news ne boy Elisha Usu na ordering some to biasa no bad news Thomas Taipate and the rest if you want to be in bo akansi ne bi na enkopi mo the national under 20 side the Black Satellites me no ka say say ne koso ahead of the Wafu Zone B tournament the Baso Togo Ghana a group a woman yene Benin Niger any host nation Togo na coach Desmond Affair one na coach dima satellites or the nsɛm otu dwa so mo underrate obi a group ni mo wo mo behwe no mayerem ho ate o man animo right yemfi by national teams no ho nsɛm ne yankopie mu club issues na akopie mu Mediema Sporting Club and over the weekend no drop a first points of the season no board draw against Heart of Lions na eno ho nsɛm bebre na ba now Nibosha Kapo wono na we coach pani Parliament Mediema next game team friend Samates na bo Samates na outstanding game Samates ebo Africa into man team am ne o channel pani for yi poma kwan mu say yenyi sa game no fan fi o Kapo and in some tudwa say o gidi say ne mrante ne be sam mo homre so biom Samates ye tough ba on bayram ho so benya maximum points no.
Depend of tomorrow training. We now have some solutions. Maybe will be something different, but also we must finish full preparation for this match. Normal. This is tomorrow training. Will show us something always. Like you told, perfect opponent. Really, they are coming from Champions League. They are a team who gave a title from us, and we must back them on the field. This is an excellent opportunity. I am very positive, and players are positive, and I expected excellent match. I am calling them to give support because they saw we can do this. We can give them opportunity to enjoy, and also I am praying all of us together will celebrate victory against Samat.
Rani Bosa Kapo, Ninsamori to Granano, Wala Natural Mineral Water. Omo ken ho na no pay go so den sam no pro yen kopie mu won so atreman omo so so kopie mu Africa mfa but me no kase omo to so enwotwe on the table omo so standing game back ho yes omo bo mo ni brekum Chelsea na ebeba so chena eno na mo head coach apreko den sam to dwa sade back a ha omo season e pa ewre mu ne se omo anye president papa bia no na e ka ho hadwen omo da so enwotwe wo table ne so no.
Oh yeah, I keep saying the team is an all-round team. Everybody will get his chance. Everybody, and when the opportunity is given to you, you have to take it. You have to take it because I'm not building the team around one person. And mind you, we didn't do preseason. If you check everything, we didn't do preseason. We arrived here straight. We went to Century. From Century, we went to Africa, and so gradually everybody is coming out of his shells. And there's fatigue also in majority of the boys. So we'll be taking players out, players in, and I want everybody to be on board because one person cannot play the whole 34 or 35 matches, including the FA Cup.
Right, waiting somewhere, Coach Apreko, what they are to a job. Oko PMO Ghanaian Premier League table, so I saw Hosha Koroko, and it goes start, not Tara so why. And easy crania dia and we had a back-to-back wins so Lankley Sports Stadium and then I'm head coach Prosper Neteogum did some to gas our back-to-back wins amunya or Lankley no na actually say yes Lankley I feel the new mojaje or more twice on me say because so now but fibia or me no the amount feel and san we feel
energy distribution. I think if you look at the way we play our first halves, we come in all out, a lot of energy. We play at a very high intensity, run throughout the 45 minutes. So normally when we come in the second half, they are human beings. After 20-25 minutes, they try to drop in terms of their agency in the game. They try to drop. So it's all about the energy distribution. Not that they are not fit, they are very fit, but it's about how they distribute the energy throughout the 90 minutes. Once they are able to do that, I'm sure it will work well. And especially if we score in the first half, it will give them the confidence to stay calm and then play with some moderate levels of intensity. It gives us an assurance that gradually we are taking charge of our home ground. So it's good that we've won back to back. It's a good signal for the team and it's good for team confidence. And when the supporters are also coming, they know that the likelihood of a win is very high, so they will come in their numbers.
We and Sama Prosperity Ogumde to Jana and Kopimo Dreams FC. Menoka Samusio Makai, our Tuba AstroTurf Neso. That's a honor so far. You said them who so ye papa near there. Nanona head coach at the team no coach Karim Zito. Then Samo Tuja said the near Messi corners and Washas and any hono credit or Becca or rest and Yama be changing.
We play in Accra, we play in Tama. I don't see it as home. You understand me? And here today, I see it exactly that we are playing at home, Tuba. So at least it gave me a little bit of comfort that your home is your home, no matter how. And definitely, we have to do something for the first time in this league. Something positive. We've studied the environment and then the way the weather is. You know, we've seen how the weather is now. So it's like we want to take a look at what we met. And today, there's wind, but I said by the time we play our 5th game, they will start gelling. And then when you look at the match we played at Bechim, I think people saw the way the boys played.
Why? And then someone, Coach Karim Zito, what you to draw a head coach at the Madrid CFC. So we're also 17th position after 5 games, almost 3 points. Niema Shadan Koyisa and for Emom. Wala natural mineral water. The Asia Concon name here in someone buy Wala natural mineral water. Open Shwanum also pe Wala. Also Wala ni was and excuse me. When you Wala Diame Komanim. And no so be a mao, Yamon Koya, no so Yamanko Faha Famro, Wala, Niaja to say, Muda Korjia, or no ma Pomodibia Uhiano, Adebemao, Wala Natural Mineral Water, Sergio Manocho, Bernard Padibo Treme producers, Kejuan Cassani, Erica Sidu Body, Pomodion, some twaso, Iria, Yake Qua, Coswa, Nehibidium.
Yamwakwa Benin, so do Badwam TV, Badwam Health Tips, so. Na wotwi enura sa wo kan ye ho a yese na wotwi mu nkomo nyina ye breast cancer ana akokra meto ma enufumu a mema kakra bi eno do ka kire mema no kakra bi be 0.1% bi tie de ya be ma wonofo ne de bi a ne bi abemu ene ye to so ahwe de ekofa ba ana niema bi a ye a etumi ekofa kokram ebeto ye nufumu ye ne Dr. Emmanuel Jimamankwa ene tie adwam na wotwi edi sa enkomo call Rage Medical Center oho nadaroma oni edi nkomo do organize yamo akwaba yeda se enu a wo ni nyina tofa e de emaye na ye to so ahwe risk factors and as causes e dey na dey okram my ton nufumu eba.
Okay, so risk factors no dey ye ehum adodo bebre wo hono, but ye be hwe the main ones are the problem we eba breast cancer. So yeah, what the now you can say age no. So usually the omani from age 40 and above, more risks of getting breast cancer no. But say the no, no, the advice say we from age 35 air corner. Also now yeah check up now because also risks was so. Yeah, funny say umami, auntie, or sister. Esonya breast cancer, just say also increased risks of getting breast cancer. Okay. And as the infant say, uncle, papa, now brother, prostate cancer, and also risks of breast cancer. It was true. And yes, also dear friend, modifiable risk factors. I know what bit me as a said or lifestyle, so the all smoky cigarette say, obey me on your breast cancer. Udi eduane asrade bebree muso a eno so wo honom obi so a oye obese te say overweight the modru ono so was risks no almost take excess alcohol intake no so eno so almost risks no and see this is just a few but number one risk factor ne say oye oba and I want for me so increased risks of getting breast cancer.
I'm so what can be both smoking. Smoking in a deba. Secondary smokers there
and to Nina Naka who say one I smoky and I say Obi one channel smoky and only a friend is secondary smoking. So we heal in also risks was so
wow.
Yes.
I just smoke and no and I say general smoke car two yes, ball and only a day me by fish. Yeah, mammy at all and now no idea. I smoking it me cause it.
Yes, Nini not to me cause it. Number one is cigarettes.
Okay.
But you won't say other ones no so can because the young fan said your smoky fish no sometimes chemicals name your maybe use no and your muy helena increase your more risks. If you cry the car tie in your muscle and also it can increase your risks of getting breast cancer.
Hey. And as simple, sir.
Yes. And you say, Utimisha, so you say, maybe we juma or maybe abattoir, and I said, smoky fish, and also making sure say check no avoid so much smoke because I know crab to me amawanya breast cancer. Yes.
But the okay me ngon ba ko yes say bia bia wo fada na wo uncle bi enya prostate cancer.
Yes.
Etimi wo no etimi reverse breast cancer.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
It is answer no ba wo breast cancer no.
Yes.
Be man so etimi turn it to prostate ana.
Exactly.
Hey, yeah, hoa.
Yes, because adebo honoma ye friend no genetics.
Aye.
So genetics say to say bibia o ma me wa transfer ma owo or the ma so your some particular genes be are connected.
Okay.
So anything that time be oba hospital ye bisa oh na wabusia ni wo we ana or we no anti na doctor be taking the time. Bisa questions we just to be sure say Rex no was true and as a Rex no was
okay. Yeah, that's send them my o number no neja. Ye di nkomo ekwa bia na bibi chi obi adwen wafro.
Yes, so me Ridge Medical Center and number bit me reach me on 059 161 3081.
Okay, says it to be.
Yes, so 059 161 3081.
Yeah, that's say. Dr. Emmanuel Jimamankwa na would say no and canon wiki nyina nkomo no breast cancer mesro yentie ni ye because the all kaka who they just say obia I can say everybody is even at risk because ka to musie bi pa wonam kra wo hu nani serious mo me hwe hu ye fasedan ma endpoint for me part clinic we yare nko ade a yentru mika mema no prostate no kone ko check na wo check na wo hu se bibi wo ho a ho na omutime boa wo oba nso infection age ho aboso yenko check bi say timi si ya wo ho kwan wo friend was 0244867068 Dr. Bejo so chna adepache ne nkwa hoden e wo ho a sa hia ye edase
Badwam awon sepe jumezido oye honosom for the Fantidor president for the Brothers and Sisters Association. Akwaba sonko zeba the world's #1. It's not them na we need some unkote and I hear about what you treat unkomo. Live from Cafe Badwam Makacho Jolu police station in Chan Honomano. Efa Honoma being a breakfast we are bringing you a brains banenu fakrana. A being your face one had the internet bombas nana for her. Na tum na was baby come from my okra. Na for okra. Na as usual, many one favorite personality no at na say. And there me guess I'm beginning about what you treat unkomo or ye ikun or your husband or ye an actor or ye influencer so na minimum election so me share anya sure na we had your clarify bibia is on my hand into no and pay say na if feel pusher menya no oh had ajete good morning Apume
anyame Adom
Bibia boko. Up to now, say it's no big pusher. You feel it then?
Oh, I feel good because saying him there pusher things to do for life. Now 90s, late 90s now. Yeah, even in Embrea, Obi board no pusher. Now we feel good there. You know, at least. My cross generation, another generation into another one.
No quite. But now, dama things we do for love no serious no. Was that your first time?
Maybe na me shall say any TV theater. TV theater na TV theater sa na me call stage on and so before me buy TV kakra. And then things to do for love no me first series.
Okay.
So that's where character projected me into a film space.
I see. Young boy, tougher. Me afan day. Obi anim dey bia yenkwenyi. Until you had in at na all your life. You go school. That's right.
Me go school. Me start with SOS Watema.
Okay.
And I me so clinical crab, me morning star crab. Me papa na de bia no na mo to kwan into de bia no.
No, was so school.
Until school na me ba laboni. And so na me call Legon.
Okay. Until Legon na theater.
Me theater or Legon.
Na said all your life you nyina na acting e bi when you agye ho.
Mom, yeah, ampa, because now for a long time, now me hunia me because now me papa no non the scientist, no biochemist, inti on the me for parents no or better on your own pede inti now no pede me swinsuano along the sciences. Now me sure ne brabo I say me because ono is work home. On social activity bia say you be social activity bia na e be yie ana outdooring eno a call park na me so now I've been exposed to movies. Make sure examples of fathers or movies more. We say they are more lively, you know. Omo family, omo call park, any picnic, then your man. So that's the kind of father me. Na papa needs. My dream, na me dreams. We are scientists. Na science na yet. You know it's juman kutin no social activity.
Okay.
Na me imagine the science into me yet. You know, so along the way, acting the P and then got confirmation from gurus na war industry. There, I have something in there. Or there, me see and me call.
Okay.
That's how.
It's maybe not preparation later than maybe I take harder. Is it
no advantage now me one because now me uncles no more exposing me to movies very young age inti na me share movies pa na me swinsuan senior mo acting no senior mo before mo you me nim ne niam no inti I was picking all those up inti time my old school no the sometimes no during Easter na Christmas na AS plays in the drama group na me kan ho na me so me bi me ya na teachers no more shame no say actually you do acting one I say oh no nyama me who movies mo na me so I had that flair see edu baby no na I still wasn't sure what thing to do no na David Don Tomo time na me wo National Theatre drama no audition bi na me call na wo farm until onya work there Charlie or there me go school just for the time being when I don't know what I want to really do. Until when I'm medical PA or School of Performing Arts to cut everything short of that. Here I am.
Nice. Isn't that better? At what age? Are you very sure part there?
Around 19. Around 19 years. Make it 19 years.
Thank you.
When I'm there.
Acting.
This is what I want to at least say. Maybe along the way, maybe the can one fine, but for now, no, me focus on.
Okay. Into one of the things I can't match in your day. Papa, most of no time or an influence in here. Yeah. Coins acting. It's a better day. In your time, and I choose acting or in your digital urbanization.
I mean the marker there. Look, whatever me ban or pedo, you know, I'll guide him.
Okay.
Because no, the gift, you know. Is maybe different from mine. Or there you guide one, watch on there, you know, choices that you have to make, you know. Don't just rush into anything. School, you know, don't just rely on talent because even with talent it abounds, but once you skill now, you know you can't perform better than a certain level, but with the skill no can now I push you to another level. Say, media, I'll guide my son. Also, be acting the day. I have a lot of experience I was there.
Oh, but not acting.
Oh, minji this of acting because although on pay attention, see there you could na there will be acting pusher. Now I there no.
Okay, but I kept in the beginning. I know me try the videos social media, but sometimes we shut down who the water or the mazano.
You know, you pede the slow, pede you know every time no out there. Just because sometimes you have to give also what he wants, so we don't want to run side in the manner. Okay. Also, all the time on pedal or social media. Even so, no on social media, we don't know, so we don't want to. Yeah,
sure. My movie industry, no. First, me there now. Say, be from the 10 years ago. Not those times, then you produce big top movies. But all the baby, no, the name go away.
flashes of listen to that ignored.
Okay.
There, there's so many options for audiences. Now, how to find ways I make young audience lawyer no nonsense. Let me say sometimes we underrate young audience no. Yeah, during the young audience no there we can give them anything, but more options. They say more quality movies.
Sure.
Just by taking the phone, we to access platforms will be good quality movies. So improve the quality that we give them. We'll lose them to all these other options. When we say you're talking about Nigeria, most of them most change from us.
Okay.
But we're so comfortable in our own zone. During we're the masters around that time, so what there is so you mentioned no more. But right now, we're putting structures in place. Your audiences stay back, come back into the theater space, and investment in the industry,
sure.
Skill attainment, because sometimes, especially young people, ordering there, just talent is enough. They be at me inbox. I want to be an actor. I want to be an actor. Make on one pages now. Watch a selfie. My new Gucci dress. My who be related to passion now or kade man opportunity no acting to be in you we have to start in areas now your passion for no.
Okay.
I mean what to me is skater skater acting to prove there look like I said no if you give me opportunity me to my na me who na ma I can recommend you but what they taking the serious apart from the skill no be kade seeking people are not investing. That's an issue. But so human capacity building also. I was say, because outside the Western world, every day So I think a combination of all these factors, would rise up again.
I am the part there, Kasafa investors. But before I make Kasafa, that's the little research I'm so my me would say producers say what happen people with numbers obi whole following power social media e be a picture try can has me am following as so be why the no was start no movie bim na in who acting people be so act movie then you begin to ask questions because
into a at a certain point, the audience will be tired of because one variety option. A skill no will give you variety. If you are playing or 3 movies, Yama or Rose, say mother or wife. When there, all the 3 movies now, the same way I'll play wife. Who traces in all the 3 movies. Now, what the skill does there is your skill now. When say mother now or wife now play from A no, it's different from Neo play from B because a character analysis in Nyama options no difference. That will keep the audience, stick and loyal to you. Talents no the skill no. Additional and a problem when you don't have because you no be to me I'll be school because of the means. But at least to me call online, to me call Instagram. Same data now use to post pictures. Google about how characters and actors now more outside that or more how they maintain their characterization, how they do A, B, and C. So you can learn on your own. And so it's up to us to use such opportunities. Now look at they say everything is on the palm of our hands.
It's true.
Let's just make that. So not just go to this particular school, go to this particular school. If you have the opportunity to make their call, but Sianzi will phone will do as well.
Also the Sianzi will in phone do. Your next banner swabble. I just say cafe banner away in fair. Very appetizing.
Very. I mean,
effort flavor no or you come papa into no cafe banner. Nyamisha ho papa jo police station in Chan Honoma maka cho de butumna abeji weziban o hade yen time no reaso nti no before be kon no minim de wo new movie
porn but porn no oh yeah chess piece with the less value. You know, when game of chess now, you were king, queen, castle, and you were pawn, and you were bishop. Now pawn, you because if king or queen, they value maybe 100 cities. Pawn needs maybe 1 city, need 2 cities. So it's the least of the value. And no idea to moving. Now it's all about detective. Yeah, oh no, he's very celebrated. You know, case by or to solve the case. No, so he's very known. But on our personal problem, they mind that I fractured BBR, so he's battling his own personal, psychological issues. How does he overcome them psychological issues? And now I solve the cases, and also trauma. Collaborate the BBC, have the impact even time I it be abuse be, rape be, how that can impact and affect you. A throw light on how we can not take Sanyamanu for granted because it can have an impact on you years later.
I like that. I like that. On the everyday love story, no. They be because love story they have they be na ni pakrono buhai there. No here ni be na stick ni be na there. I like stories like that. Obe stimulate with thinking. And he play double role.
We play double role.
Wow.
I'm the three.
And on the movie, no, it's a must watch. You see, that banana ordinary.
For sure, 2nd November.
Okay.
2nd November, Silver Bed.
Silver Bed. About time.
5 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9 p.m.
Nice.
Showings.
Nice. The be a kind of master me. For sure. He understands. No, that's the only way to support someone. Woman, you could cinema, Silver Bed Cinema on the 2nd of November. That's the time near 5
p.m., 7 p.m., and 9 p.m.
I'm here 3 options. See, in your excuse, be a mammy, but was not cancer or one share. From the be watch.
100 cities were to advance tickets or 100 cities now. I cost Silver Bed, now 150.
Okay. Okay, the 100 is enjoying him be into Ghana for Mr. One. 12 tickets and 100, yeah, to 150, yeah, to 100. One more than 200. The man, I just had a show be brave day to na. Ever can some my show come on. I'm sure papa. Porn 2nd November. Yeah, now you're Silver Bed Cinemas. Now you're quite porn. In 5, 7, 9. You're share cinema now. Obey come up, papa. I just had 100 cities. Mammy was more cheap. Now, me you're said I'm not second now. So no, from an park it's time. You're quite phone. No, you're color party. All about color party. On your some crab crowd. Since I'm new, say team red of no. We choose one rapper or represent one. Or your questions. On represents team red of no. Or Thursday, Mama show ne preparation already towards that. Now, Masan Marke or the Franco Trading Enterprise. If you pon Papa Paza, I did the Franco Trading Enterprise. Into no, say Nokia and a pair Samsung and a pair iPhones, smart TVs, and a pair tabletop fridges for 6422338. Sana mesi number no do bioma or 02464222338 for Franco Trading Enterprise. Me the best had day was his bano ori ajuna azana. What be Kofi Ampedu head of productions nyame inshow bebre asantewa Thomas Jessica Ekin se be camera nyame show ho nyina nyame aduma ye besana ye hia sisi adi cafe bano a Sadiq me da sepa nyame show ho nyina masordo.
Yada say yamo akwa ba bi Adom TV Badwam dwumadie no so yada mambo atema ne team na say so de ahosepe na bread edu so na ye benadanti benabde bia no ye call Faith Homeopathic Clinic ekohwe ya pomdimo semene mema mienu enete ha Dr. Kofi Amponsa ene Dr. Boatin ewo ha no peme momoche yeah bibi abokode prophetess nso ehoye
pa so che
me geneso happy birthday belated. Eradin kwaso enhira. No ntre wahiem. Omo adwuma mu enye kese. Na wa yare setu me ne erade tu won fa ma wo. Ne fa dom wona wo hododo wo. Ti ya wie ne saa no. Unim komo na yedi no. Wa ne pepepe wo chire wo.
Yende de eno de insurechi.
Yo, wa ken so matinti no. Oda wo me ne ye hwede ma me mra Dr. Boatin wansa.
Yo. Sister Via nyame nhira anopa nso ye chia wahwefo a ehwe Adom TV anopa nyina. Said the wedding candy at Tujano last week in here. Kofi Amponsa di ni birthday. Nti Simon happy belated birthday. said the ahwefo Ghana fo nyina enim Faith Homeopathic Clinic nyame adom ene madaro maderu amobofa Faith ho ene ayaresa wona wo ba gye ayarehwe ewo ye ho no mo nso adanse a odi ekire nkrofo ntino ama ene Faith yedin adu Ghana afana bebre na obi anim se eba ayarehwe enkenka chronic disease ana yare krankro dia Faith dia yemfa yaso ye ho no enu ntino ye bo ne dawro den ne den nyina ekire Ghana fo nyina se obi wo ho yare atena ne so ache yare abididi ni pedue ni mache for so many years odi ananti onya anu aduro aye awo problem aye stroke yare a yentumi emodin ni nyina se onya gidie e de ba Faith Homeopathic Clinic na me enam yeso ebeboa na yaye yare no hwehwemu na yehu yare ne fare bai na yehu ekwan ya wose yefa so etu yare no efri ho ma na this month of October no ye wiase kubatan ye World Health Organization e de esi wo se ye modewro emfa kokramo a to no fo mu ho enti no yaye apomodemfo na yabe ya nya akwanya no e wo se ye ka ho asem se kokram yare a eto no fo mu ye breast cancer ade a ekum krofo yie. Mr. Fia, could you believe that 2002 Osha World Health Organization started about 2.6 million people worldwide in breast cancer, and out of that, about 670,000 people and which is a huge a year very dangerous. Say, enu say apomuden ho e wo se dan ne nyina yetu anamo ye ntina ho ema yare no enye kese ansa ne yetu kokramu ya ye ka ho asem ebi wo ha se wa ankoye examination uhu se cancer bi e form o breast ni ana se wantu anamo anko ama ya anhwe bibi start ye hu se cancer che enu ntina Faith Homeopathic dan nyina ye ba ye bo ho dawro se entina ho ma ade no enye kese ansa na watu anamo anopa mi ka say obi ehu se sebe ne nofo no ordinance afa ho se badwa bi for me omu a ennamu dada enso obetina wa ma ade na ye kese ye was so many patients ye hu breast cancer be bro mo dia ba ya so ye wa obeba na adru even the end stage a wo ye ho hwe enye ye so the best thing say o refer ne say onko we hono specialist na ye nhwe which is very dangerous because obehwe obi beba na sebe ne nofo no aye ekuro na asay so ho entina ho ma saa de ne ento entino anopa Faith age na saa akwanya yi so abowo kai se baby biara ya so ye ne be obi akọ ye nye breast cancer screening emma ye nhwe se o breast no lamp bi for me wo mu ana se ebia bibi ba eye unusual na ye mo anu ya advice wo ho enye cancer ne nko na ye yare etumi ba no fonim ye wo other conditions ya etumi ba no fonim a se oditu anamon eba Faith Homeopathic Clinic ye behwe na ye hu adekora eba no fonim na yetumi aboa ama wonupa ebetumi asi ho akwan enye ma ne nko amema kan na unum se mema nso tumi nya breast cancer yes nti mema ne bi wo wa omo breast tissues no edorso eba sa na the probability say also cancer cells be form wom high because this breast tissue no dense breast no one of the risk factors ya ema breast cancer etumi ede eba etu ye be ma so na utie ya wo de untumi nko screening but bibia uhu se ebia onofo no pain bi ana uhu se ekro bi for me wa no onofo na no bokomu a ni nyina no tu ho anamo sign and symptoms of breast cancer no so utumi tu ho anamo na yetumi boa enye breast cancer nko na this month October yehwe se cancer cells bia form yo nipadua nmu ya yebeboa na yetumi ayefro ntu ye be ma wo hu se wo Johnson sem enkoyie wo hu se ukọ Johnson a ufo so ansa na Johnson no aba wo hu se o Johnson no within some short minutes na Johnson sa do ukọ Johnson ana se ukọ Johnson a wote sent bi ana wa ya se ye o ya ubetumi enya prostate cancer because cancer cells no etumi eto nipadua na akwa ne baabia na normally no baabia beto no ehodin ana yede ma no eti wo ye bema nso na se obema ojonso sem no enkoyi a bomodin ase faith setu anamo na bra mentina ho ma prostate cancer emeto ansa no watu ho anamo wanhwe ye ne ekɔhye wo catheter na nyame adom obi wo ai bia ya hye wo catheter dada ebia wanhwe ne ye eno so wo de ba faith a ye betumi aboa na ye de watu nupa so ebeboa ma catheter no ye beyi a wankasa no obetumi ajonso etino early detection is better than say obetina ho ma adenaba ti faith say ye frose to anamo bra ya so ye na bibi biara e fa woni padua no ho no ye moa na ye ntu aseye ma oba nso aside breast cancer no ye wo cervical cancer
ma doctor into aso
Mami fe no si na Dr. Bonsanto aso ye wo cervical cancer e ma no so no etumi e have sister fia eno so no wanhwe yi a etumi the problem bebre eba o pelvic ho no mo eti ba bi biala faith homeopathic clinic aso ye ho akra ha no ye wo abuya ajanhye utu anamo ko ho a ye behwehwe ni padua nim na yetumi aboa ukokuma senso a ye wahene makokobin eye 18 ho uduru ho no mo a eno so no ukwa ye beboa afei obakoforidia nso a ye wo poly junction e ho nso utu anamo ko a ye beboa afei kotakrade a ye wo anaje police station wa send the police station first junction on your right afei uduru bogoso nso a ye wo eye old aseda eye boga Abronsana ye restaurant wa say na chi hono mo abo se faith ye adwuma wo hono mo tu anamo na ba ya so ye na ye nye nipadua no mu hwehwe mu na any form of condition be a form no ye say e betu ase
mame fa number ni tudwa na obi a ya oyare no fa number faith mi party clinic ye de ye adwuma betin afa de abe ho 0540 710940 0540 710940 and 0547 578494 0547 578494 and 0244 583859 0244 583859 now on say there be ameka se de otumfo ne dade baby obo ho pa no no fo hia nti said the Dr. Botu aka no eno fo nkura pe penyimfo pe ye papa fo yi ye ne nkura nda bia ye ne bire ho ye ko ho nti ya no hwe onu funi se na bia e betena se a chama yi na ye nso yetimi anom ne enyina che
na won se sa keke sa wonum na o examine
sa wonum na o examine na wa ye o dia no so sa won so examine because ye de be ba be you na e do sa time no a won se de
ni ho the feeling na
no anu bia
but o se ja
eni
Eji o se abade sa no also mo ni ko ni pedua no ni pebia wo ni pedua ma hunhia because eno na odi obi bia ni pedua na de koba esika obenya na de ni pedua no ti wunya bia na de bia hwe wapom den ama wapom den CP won se faith me patrick clinic e prophetess Dr. Elizabeth Faith okofa faith me patrick clinic baya ono anu dada name Grace Believers Church na won se de nyame de ni ye adwuma all hwe se nipa bia benya ahoden sonko na yade na yade aba no enam kwa hodo pi so ba ebewura ni pedua mu so a organs nyame ye ne se hu hia emwa ni pedua man transinche no sa organs no so na yade no kom enti basa eyensem pi message your diabetes mra your stroke mra hepatitis mra your arthritis yade ahodo no pi yade bi o e ba ye ne enunumro ye enu emwan enu pi ho ye no ma ye de ha ni pedua no bu ane na ase atata no madu ni tie ne ya onhwe de ma tie de be no madu ya de bi e wo so bia de fabra bedan wani ene hawo fabra bedan awo ho nse mehwe wo mensesema ye hwe se awo ho na ye de mo a wo de menye bibia bra bedan fidie so ye ncheke vagina steam ane so ho betena so the steam wo ba no ne ye kama mema infection nyina so gonorrhea candidiasis ya de bia nam the number is out to debim obi o ha na ya de no hu ba bi on fa
0547578494 Faith Homeopathic Clinic and it's one canon 3 ni nyina wo screen na sent me don fa na frɛ ya mo yare edi enkyerɛ sɛ wo Faith a wo mo hwɛ wo bowura ma on mo ebe show kama ene Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Okai one more birthday. Happy birthday, encore and mamo wo as well Montessori Educational Center ewo Bawi nti Joan Kwe a wono sales executive wo multimedia na ewo show Mr. and Mrs. Happy birthday say Radi Shramu Radi nyamu kese mamu sumfra dumu kwa dumu ahada bema kwan na nkomo no nenso ye de sie medi afia amankwa tamaklu fasida emadi links ni ti ba ko na hye me kama fefe me kokosin sia aye krado e de asemidika etwaso
Asem yidiko Inna beka Akwesi insia Commander 6 Kalo seni etie
Dabi akacho se beka le seni esimi etie yemfa bi ka oye yibi so emfa emfrimu medin de akwesi insia asem de kabre ena adrosui Alapa yetoa eye galamse esesem no esoanura me ma figures bi yeah me de kire wo sene mining small scale mining licenses eko edify ye ewo ye man emu na but uko manfa minerals commission for repository website and komodia ya ewon ensunie ba uko mu a that information no contrary to enu an ye ban ba quick ye ko amane so na me the chief executive officer Emma Minerals Commission Owura Martin Kwakwaisi ekodi enkobo akwati akai mo acha pai eba asemidika so
me Josu na ti sai
boko na so we ya miase akwa enura ye de ye nya information ye report ye say as of 2024 30th September na small scale mining licenses ya man o maimu 1014 as against 1402 the mine between 2012 and 2016 by your Court Minerals Commission repository website mwaka saba post here the figures no different ejemu ni say
oh apesi me that I mean the person will be telling me assembly and no me spending almost there 5 hours parliamentary committee on assurance assembly pie and am church mu net you say we say website now license na egu oni nyina no e be a small scale e be a large scale e be a prospecting. Same question I will be me. Honorable could to be some no the chair of the committee. And all mommy figure so the American and the immediate children anyway and near the same thing. He even went ahead and all mentioned company bidding and I'm can say that is where the problem is. Or I say Imala. I want to meet and say no. Who anything PL it is prospecting. Who ML is mining. Insulator crown or boy about so. We are perhaps one of the few public insurance that get a lot of data through your website. In Abia, Badwam, Abia, me separate small scale, or large scale, and prospecting, so that there will not be any confusion. Accuracy data now made it to Jano. 2012 license on Mumma 1032 where a small into the almost the Ninian Afra, almost the prospecting, large scale. That's why they are having their own problem.
Okay.
2012 license my new one. 332. 2013 283. 2014 105. 2015 321. 2016 361. 2017 7. Besides then 7 because that time no number Easter March on. The whole of 2018 Yama license be because that time now nobody could do small scale lawfully. Okay. And now 2019, after the lifting of the ban 103, 2026, 21, 2021, 11, 2022, 148, 2023, 38, 2024, 93. You see, this is just in every year from 2012 to 2024, no, as at September 30th, no, license now. Yeah, issue as new licenses. You understand that?
Yeah.
But on your website, you find a renewal. So, for example, offer data now, make kinds of now. You see the number is ABR 2020. 621 was issued in 2020. That means that whole year, new licenses now, C21. Renew one count.
Okay.
One.
Yeah.
You know, the data we have on our website, it keeps changing every day. Obi on renew, Obi a new application, etc. So there's nothing wrong with the data.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong. We can't lie. There's nothing wrong. And now me taking me time. I mean, explaining my Mr. Kujetuni, Honorable Kujetuni committee member. The same thing came up. I told them, well, Omko Tisa, license in a website in Yan, Omudi Boom. Inti, the enemy, the Pano Grand, Onukra Bobaku Bidi, Onu Kitabe, is it 1,000 BB, and I may missing 9 BB. Then he mentioned it.
Ash. The best hat Rania Ora Martin. Kokwesi ewo Alman so ABM. On the Chief Executive Officer Edema Minerals Commission. And komo ya ye nyina efa enura data ya de ebaye. So the repository document na kan wasem no e report wo Minerals Commission for website. And opani them say because things keep changing. Honum na amanfo ehwe ne funtu ni nyina de afra. Amana kwakwa ese ni nyina air for small scale mine, but you still raise ora kwakwa isi wa manso na watoa enchiremu na no de MN so ni nyina timi ate ho ase so ka say no a parliament, the house of records, the assurance committee enim no honorable Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa e raise the same questions ya no peye bisa enso honum ema wo jibre echechemu ye eti chief akwa ba chief
I lost you there as I said.
Yeah.
Let me repeat. And the same thing was raised by the assurance committee.
Okay.
So I didn't know new license. I mean, so me or the BSA new licenses. And then on my figure this. And me so me catch on say no, this is what our data is doing. And then the good thing about what happened yesterday at the parliamentary committee was that or particularly on my examples of some of the companies. It's a one I'm quoting for no. You all born and your mind and your small scale license.
Okay.
Prospecting. It is all who the ninja boom. Now, with you, your man license here. You get the confusion. The focus was on small scale.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do is that I'll go back to our website, make a change the IT form, and separate small scale from large scale. Even large scale, we'll break it up to prospecting and then mine. Interquesting problem behind you.
But
it's now media to journal.
Okay.
We have the data, as far as mining is concerned. Ghana. I can't lie to anybody.
But
and I'm a man, right? Yesterday, I corrected it and I was very happy. Okay, so what I saw you discussing was purely small scale. And the licenses that were issued, new licenses every year from 2012 to 2024 at a certain center. And I made it too. And I think I saw you also trying to explain because you got the data from us. It's the problem behind your confusion behind you.
But I say, Ora Martin, you see, the Chief Executive Officer at the Minerals Commission. Eti afe wa club bia de free honum. Enchiremu no aba. So the kakan enura even the House of Records okokaye ewo ho. Ama empenfo ato ho ase. But they are requesting say yen chichem say na bi obi call website one mu a or fast small scale yen ko wi achire yen ma menya large scale and a prospecting license MFRA small scale for there. Yen chemu say we your license a yama ne. So the information na nura me to just no ka say so aka no. E information ni ya chichem. Ti chichem no e beka say so ne so no. Ni chichem kosi ye no e na nura ye de e ma mo no. O my kwabra sante atras but and na birthday of Beatrice Gwalisam. So be happy birthday. Enko enfama nyame nhira na onyo kese kopem so be ye kese pa. O ma hene kwabena asante.
Yeah.
Bokodie.
Latest accordion in town.
Oh yes, yeah. See, some of us we do collaborate with Drake, Jay-Z, and the rest.
I was in my ground promote to go for. Remember promote to Shatta Nessa accordion.
Accordion, yes.
Any the other nanu ye on represent.
Stone Boy. Some know about Kubo and Chebe release it.
I see.
Minister more about Kubo.
So what did the Minerals Commission Chief Executive say?
Okay, so now he has affirmed and no information that the two Jano. I say even the House of Records, say Parliament, no, and no kind. Emma or educate the House, no, because information man for fire on the number bontino information fa ne bebre it is say prospecting say yes large scale say yes small scale and your fun to be nyina de afra
okay
and the mass a huge figure no and o chem say the challenge no akofiri mo IT system to so be catch right for no correct no
all right
say mo metimi achichem because they no ye de to dwan and ye ne achichem uchichem mu a unya large scale for de wom unya small scale for the wom unya prospecting unya mo my lines ankasa and then so my renewal and so wom
okay so we no be but just give me in your estimation no in your view give me 2 prescriptions you be to see this illegality and no afraid the ARG in Isemi.
Oman you're ready.
Well, we know and we want to be ready.
Yes.
We really want to be ready now.
So man you're ready. There be America. Anytime we Ghana be ready to do something be an
so you have the opportunity.
Yes.
So my prescription me no. My prescription me no I bet me can say bia ye fa.
Adia me nim ye say. So ye dwuma ani anayo bi ada dwuma no. Na usro to hire and fire. E ma sebi omanfo afoma dwuma ne bi ekọ wayward kakra. But I believe say empenfo do nan esifom. Ama wona galamsey ekọ so mo pata because who ye DC who your hene ye de asase we ahye wonsa wo na wo hweso. Na samanfo ye sebi to trust some wonima ensem fata ehonum. That's what that's ye hwe na so te ba bia wotena. Eh how eno ebi na minerals commission papa kan the parliament no. Say enyinam police station achi efficient illegal mining.
It's your mining you ready.
The same police ni na yasa abale paso ko to illegal mining asio. But ono dem feature police station enyinam police station in feature and illegal mining ekoso. Na sakete tipo watna say ya hwan ama illegal mining akoso de pena no. When to be a twasie. O se yasa afani to da bi.
Okay, so Mamenasi, Akwesisia, thank you so much. Ultimately, Sankomo, we are a lawyer for Quatras, as a lawyer, Chumberman Swatanasi. Quickly, ye call yen common so. Na yetimia da on swasa wajibra. Also, Shana UTB. We thank you so much. This is the last leg of Badwam. I did, bro. Make out say, Adeba question when say 925, very PJ, by PJ, we are in C. You better try and come on so. La fa kwaba. Bibia kama. Party business. Emra musu bibia na mego. Maybe my mention here you come ready. My mention here we see on ye nuanu ma omo koye ye tra eno ada beto just say ye bi ni asa agya bi om no. Why is it happening so?
Fortunately yesterday I was in court.
Okay.
The same court now or determine a mobile application, the same High Court, Criminal Court 4. Me case we answer na ye call me we case na ye call sa case no. Now share emremo a court no. O share ye Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Act na Act 30 na section 96.5 96.6 no. E can pay fee e hono e na gina so a ten bia na ope bill. Na the ma gina so ma bill pa na ye say 1 you appear to stand trial. Court no the person hwe nyina ne say undwane na obeba na kwadu ade aboro wa bigina no wo mremu na one emra nako na so wo fa ahudi ho no mo a court no at the end of the day no ebe prapra ho ana say obete wo ho na wagya wo ana say emra no so bo wo so a ye betwe waso na ade ba ko a court no ehwe say mostly say obi ho no mo na say he is known to the law you can known to the law obi o mo na ugina mrenim dada and now we are ya convicted and sentenced no pain on the way known known convict and has a known accused person before the court. I don't know Osha Yura Oliver Bakavoma wa into the court in Jina so say ono ankasa no ya man bill original trial I will share the treason charges be office in this country now osanso so no mobilize this activism in the na the court no emma no kwan mane kwa obetimi asan kwa koye niam bia it will affect the security of the state and any money abebre ho no mo and you know you need to convince the court why it is or my bill na back of my word here no because he's known to the law now also standard trial on some serious offenses against the state in you know na ehun be here say such a person no unya bail I saw hwe ho yie till say charges a ugina no ye be ye fi utiri so e wo mrem ansa na wo ho ato notwithstanding that, you know, say Yija will not so to influence investigations and now we to influence the trial process. Any sign money na and also be committee further offences. Any sign money na court in indiscretion, you know. Unja will say Kofi kwa. But because the others are not known to the law, any idea now or more addresses are known, and now more sureties of reputable integrity, a substantial means to stand as surety for them, no. Say me can say omo baby jino mo cha bend or say omo bail conditions near the amount, no. Why not the court will leave you?
So every offense is bailable, but discretionary.
Discretionary. The court in Pebu versus Attorney General, no, Eka say all offenses are bailable subject to Section 96, 96(6) of the Criminal and Offence Procedure Act 30, no. Also subject to, and you must demonstrate, say, one, or permanent place of abode. Exactly. Or permanent place of abode. You appear to stand trial. You will near maybe Section 96(6) of the Criminal and Offence Procedure Act and assess. I don't know. So lawyer need a charge. I also demonstrate to the court why a court did so not the emrano. It's just a court and sign so when my fan who did say court nebra wa maono. Obitimi actually court no the here obekwa obeba na ebi kra na o yire wo ma wasi fie bi a wa team any idea onye foreigner oye Ghana ni onye flight risk and so oye foreigner so a ija o se kwa unwane like untu kwan na unwane na trial na nye botch any sa na mani nyina no nti emra na hyehyɛ a case law ni ade nyina ho nti ye ka say all offenses are bailable. Court no the caveat, Supreme Court the caveat to us subject to, because we had 96(7) na ho na wa caveat some offenses say unbailable na say murder, rape, defilement, any sane man also unbailable. Now the Supreme Court says no, unconstitutional because the presumption of innocence under Article 19 it's okay so be so allegedly so a committed some offense. Yenyam buan for say wa committee and in say we the general now the tete ne fa who dey say because of that and what restricting the freedom and against the fundamental human right at the hard it's unconstitutional but subject to that is the caveat the court gives. You know, judge Neti Akumyemo or a lot of discretion subject to Section 96(6). I don't know, so a lawyer near or she say
so lawyer Chief Alexis
Akwaba.
Chief Alexis. All right. Mr. Odu, he more about you Adama. We coding Mercury, Memory. Say oh Mercury, and the old Memory was the one about Tigake. Your baby is here in this. And yeah, quite. Yeah, the would be the master is you. As you acquire, remember, Chief Alexis was acquired 3 times. Baku Kamikabo. Chief acquire you. All right, so come on. Adam Yamegusu. Good. The party Mugusu.
Excellent. I mean, Miami team has a folk. Yeah, back. So never assembly.
Never say that. We can distort the house assembly. Every conversation. And house assembly.
Oh, and nobody team waha. They can come. It is has and the rest.
So really,
everyone said. You know,
that has been training grounds. What's training grounds? That has been training grounds.
Yeah, training grounds. I will training grounds.
Na Mebusa say
community was about.
Mebusa say no, Mebusa say training grounds kwa we fi.
O say
mo training grounds we.
Na mo mo obi kwa.
Obeka otumfo call you training grounds one.
Adakojachi.
Mo training grounds and we ye kwa ye we ya.
Oh, I go for.
Mo training grounds e
Oh, baby, officers best no. Baby, I go to go into the movie that.
Oh, come on. Yeah. What's me? You know, because you can say me you na.
Is it Kotoko Park? Oh, I see. When one bull man, you said me in 2 years. and actually 2 years. But anyway,
me papa penny, the papa didn't cheaper. And also, Nano Benadasia, Anajo at about 10 p.m. And Anglo Good Ashanti Health Foundation Hospital boss, also a gym. At the age of 74, Tinyami had my yawa than the BD now, what was a bossman.
We did say,
Mr. Openi John Amoa, a friend Jaco, Tinyami Adoma for any jump for Emetai Busen in China. You're observing the 1 week.
And but we are not in English, not printing.
I'm sure, sir, as they say, the whole party, to me, I observe this space, but Omaloa Kakra on the relationship between the Electoral Commission and then the NDC and then matters arise. When you did before
NDC near Electoral Commission, you knew Mukita.
Oh, they want to say, I say, no, I'm just draw.
I'm just establishing that fact. NDC near
NDC response or the moment. It tells you he's a lawyer. At no point the NDC has on the Electoral Commission.
No. Our mandate as a political party will stick and as an interest in activities of Electoral Commission. You need to do
okay, so
the political and it shouldn't just be even be the NDC simple. It should be
all of us.
Other political party.
All of us.
Exactly. And even citizens.
All of us.
Because I don't so we just have to ensure say anybody to ensure say
okay.
Simplicity.
I don't know whether you have a bit to add up or to subtract from
demonstrators.
Oh. If that is not the case, then we can join.
But I think it's good, sir. I'm told send about 20 or more maybe brought to court also today. Okay. And then I'm saying about 20 hours or even more. And then when you grant to on bail, except the other, even Oliver, who is a lawyer as well. I know. It's not just Ghana. In other jurisdictions, bail is a right for every citizen. But the other side of the is at the discretion of the court, i.e. the judge. That's what I say. But you want to sir, Musa Kwa, or how be a one, you will not stampede. Investigations, if it's still ongoing, won't continue to more and then you also be available for trials, you were saying, and you say a person be a baby when someone one. Sabri Munian can't why one be out. Ubi Nasus say why one. That's a I'm passing away 1 year, and I'll be using someone or not a woman working. The animals won't watch them. That's what I say. And I never, but you see, my only concern is my bill, no soon yet a form of punishment.
So, Nipanian found the Gacano
as a such a mount. But that's not how it's supposed to be. What I say, Obi are entitled to ask you were saying is true. But we be back with a better one. Ye shan son ye be kwan. But my man in Yaso chair so.
You're very careful how we go about
it because and sister a year asotrin.
And sister a back across as asotrin.
Exactly. Say basically what over no. And then I can say how the reasonable man will see it. Reasonable man behind said at the same. Oh, send on who no. Okay, and money Pimu said abaya asotrin. And so say asotrin. Asotrin ba e was 7 day na wie. And they say a shame nyina na wo bon kuro we bon de we na e say why ABC dey tia mra we ni asotrin yi. As say ye nuru ho. It we ni de and so say ya asotrin na enye asotrin so. So what I say.
Okay.
Enti one more me ba bia na ha me kase ye say ya chi obi asie na na la afo hu ba bia ho. Na busia fo ni ba bia na to. It is a was me kwasra me nuan kwa kuma na me ko police.
There's no way to
that doesn't make sense.
No, I disagree on that premise. Sorry to
it doesn't make sense because what me it was some
one yachim dia mabusha phone baby and
no I am.
We are threat dia and yam for one child.
Oh, threat dia in the police station na na koto.
It set here biano.
Set here biana. Se ne court kwet mi atrase akase sabi da front boni nyina mu ye mabel. Da ka boni nyina mu akore it includes the ono de ewu. So no kwa na se do be man fa ho de se wo ko fie e dia na wo de mi sie na wo de mi se ba
Because you baby I want and carry.
It doesn't change
anything. You mean pay for your force?
Nothing will be done. Nothing. But the police you know. You know by what the muster. Busheni ni grab no be na we na kanta yachi and on not to man was more can be or be at be. There is nothing secret or I mean me who had papa is
who be sir.
It would say naturally quite or some ya impose a be a brush to be a principal of the now son na life for bemu na for them say some police station.
It is sure the next ye may be see no because you the papa. No.
I mean, being even the police officers, how did you know that? I mean, some of them commit some offenses and they are arrested at most times. Here, the genuine say, you West here, we don't know. And as we see how the most only in Punanima, we see how woman, no one will be a woman, this and a who will be happy.
Okay, so then another personal training.
Yeah, I don't want to compare me and say, Emrano, a creative provision, say, you keep you lawful custody. Na say aseni no kwa wie na judge no e de na so twen e ba also consider the number of days that you have spent in lawful custody in terms of mitigation no say also twa so be about 20 years so what remand ya detain no sa na man so consider all those days wa spend in lawful custody no de ho aso twen e ba they say on consider na say ba we nim say nipa no akọ remand dey be about 4 times 2 be 4 times wa spend about 2 months into o man at least obete so kakra e dey amani pa no say dey be ya e be kwa kwakoshim e dey sa na mani na nti na our jurisprudence no ene yen hyehyɛ no e kita for sa de no ade ba ko e say san hye den so e say amanyofo e ya amana ye te say a police for ene civilians in DDA they can say ye chi obi kohyem a ye mani hu na busuafo ye mani hu ne lawyer for ne ade o ma me ye lawyer ni bi senior hono so ye lawyer ni say a client and engage the service of a council me wo ha say Endra chi obi frame say ya che no baby police station baby o kire me so this police station and na me drive course our police station ho and na me call ye the statement to the name no police ni no omo boiler plate clause or so be dey carry dey actually say you have the right to a council of your choice and say na ma ni nyina nsa na person wo kira you can remain silent and also put up a statement say na ma nyina minu ya how I say dey be nyina bi pen because of the judicial decisions I wo ho independent witnesses and near man nti say police ni ma hu fa ahudi a wo ho your right as a citizen and there is no way say police ni be detain you in this current dispensation say your lawyer crime hu no your ambulance lawyer so say lawyer name ya you just
the word ambulance on court.
Yes, ambulance on court. Putuprum wo pie so ne lawyer no make I say na me wo me ye adwuma legal aid commission na case bi ba e hono ye call in some prisons for prison visit. You know, friends, accused person now or no several remand. No, he was even convicted and he appeal a man or high court. Masama high court because circuit court no e convicted no e sentence no. Until I say he appeal the decision of the high court to the high court. You call no so ni
no
na ye engage no na na discussion from legal aid commission. You call also legal aid no also ni me. I'm going to say the lawyers are banning we also ni me. It tells you say the client has a right. He engages the service of a lawyer. Probably no nipa na or engage on his behalf for legal aid. Say no. I'm prompting to say these are people I'm very representative of my wife. It's here. I know see 2 year can you free hold mobile because the client that engages. And when you so because say ya channel, ya man a lawyer for opportunity. I'm an who na. And it's an man na. It's an man also sakasa na ye twaso because per the rules of professional conduct and etiquette, you know, your client engage the service of a lawyer. It is wherever the client is, wherever the client is, you know, the client, you know, the police for them and the client, a call because we'll be taking a statement. I was say, oh man, the boilerplate, and so or right to a council of the choice. It is council of the choice or friend a lawyer or friend very much so umbra. A police was say they send the phone or the man, none offering a lawyer and the man, the lawyer and the bank sign watch all the statements. You know, because we forcing so put up a
okay,
statement.
so a quick one.
And then Yan and Penny's contribute. Intimate can you answer it? I mean, I understand him, but we are losing on the near. I may not make them you doing in an idea. We want to be a minimum near you. Yes. Normally sales detentions in there are based on sales capacity and availability. Maybe as a Nima, maybe some of them are around Plaza Bas area on one where can't zone. Second division, no, a sales need to mean credit pandemic. I actually mean, I say Jim. Into the way I say, your friend police stations are horrible. ebia Accra Central ya fra ebia ni ma ya fra ha okay mo sales no more space wo we so okay mo space make my nipa be nipa be 3 yas for mbra nipa be 2 for mbra sa antini ya disperse wo sa to say nipa be 50 something ya chi wo mu yi no you je nipa bi do mu nyina egu so obviously they will be scattered. I agree, but scatter ni nyina chi kwabra meso be no bi ato bi a wo mo bi on babunda. But I was saying anyway, with the reference,
no, because of experience, nobody that will doubt you.
Yeah, so me the answer. I want man now, but say the American. My man in yet associated den. At this point in time, police want to mean chuaso. Tenio, police want to mean chuaso because associating in answer. Associating in answer. Where court can say why your bonny ABC tiamra weni you shall be in a man say. So we say bonny I found him and now a be a bossman do be a beer at yes. It's said okay be a check why I'm not to be a dead man as I think we ban be a what them be a bear was means that and tear from say what them will be a was me do. Court decision will be a team with
okay. So Pamcho a lawyer for this conversation will really help us. Yeah, more with the understanding of this communique between the Labour Front and that of the government. Or say, making kind organized labor's decision to proceed with strike action surprising. That's coming from government. Government has expressed surprise at the decision of organized labor to go ahead with the industrial action on October 10, 2024, in protest of the ongoing illegal mining activities in the country. This comes after a high-level meeting with President Akufo-Addo and organized labor on October 3, 2024 at the Jubilee House, where key arguments were reached to combat the menace. During the meeting, Pamchomim pay attention. Both parties acknowledged the devastating effects of illegal mining and agreed on several measures to address the issue. Among the agreements were collaboration between the government, organized labor, and the stakeholders to tackle illegal mining. 2. A commitment by the government to revoke the Environmental Protection Mining in Forest Reserves Regulations 2023 LI 2462 when Parliament reconvenes in October. Intensified enforcement of laws prohibiting mining in water bodies and forest reserves, with a reaffirmation that these areas will remain red zones for all forms of mining. Empowering law enforcement agencies to eliminate illegal mining activities from these protected zones. Cooperation between the Attorney General and the Chief Justice to ensure the swift adjudication of illegal mining cases. Support for a pact for all presidential candidates to commit to depoliticizing the fight against illegal mining. Despite these agreements, organized labor announced its intention to proceed with a strike to demand more decisive action from the government. According to the leadership, government's proposal does not adequately address our demands, and therefore our notice of strike remains unchanged. In a statement issued by the Information Minister Fatima Abubakar on Monday, October 7, the government expressed its surprise at this move, but reassured the public of its dedication to solving the illegal mining crisis. And there's a quotation here: government will continue to engage organized labor and other stakeholders in a constructive dialogue to find lasting solutions to this national problem, unquote. The government also reiterated its commitment to the fight against illegal small-scale mining and called on all citizens and stakeholders to join forces in the battle to protect the nation's water bodies, forests, and environment. Mamisha said with that's your party in government talking. And what's your understanding of this communique and call between the two interested parties, the Labour Front and then your government?
Yeah. My minda wasibio na mefa omampanyin na Danko Akufo-Addo nchia e ma Ghana fo nyina na bedi echi so a oye omampanyin oti apatem Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono so de na ho brase ene Ghana fo edi nkita ho se Ghana fo beto aba ma no December 7th ayi nim say possible se Nyankopon ti obedi nkunim na wa beso my Ghana se omampanyin omai ohwe enema ekoso ya last Thursday na aban ene Labour Front no issue na nkitahudi ekoso because na Labour Front na a hint of an intended nationwide strike in lieu of illegal mining anase galamsey ensensem yensuo ene yen kwaye ne yen niam ne bebre ho no mo a esey aban etie won ema omo so de ensempo bi to aban nim aban age ensempo a omo de to mu no mu bebre etum especially the revocation of LI 2462 a ema aban ho kwan se or grante friends license or permit ema ye 2 mines e wo forest reserve ma recently ya no mrasebedwa for age sa emrane 2 mu no Ghana for dodo ni nyina including me ebonjo so se yebema kwan se yentu agudie e wo yen forest reserves na e wo ho ne munim because there was a reason why forest reserves no e wo ho but it is not to say say yen forest reserve wo ho no yentu agudie e wo wo hwe kire ano mines a e wo isehwi ene ade a omo eye adwuma wo forest reserve. And then so no or more operations no there is a protocol obe follow before you can mine in a forest reserve. Said the be ya obe bo indua and you can say the flow and fauna biodiversity no obe bo ho ban ya on say no because all your underground decline and also making sure say a form na work no kwaye e moa ene obo ade ene pa e wo kwaye nim ni nyina no obe preserve no. It will come mining sector now as part of their sustainability plans near there no say oh hokana krantie kretwema untimi enkuno because in the mining sector no they believe in sustainability ni nyina eka protocols no ho wo enam ho no ma yenkuno e wo say mo free rescue for no na omo be boa no omo make sure say omo gya boa ne kwan ama na wura kwaye ni ma obekwa achichiri say de be ya bebia mo ye adwuma no omba ho. There is a whole lot of protocol with regards to mining a forest reserve. Edunti ebra LI 2462 no mrasebedwa pass here no almost all major players in the civil society industry no Rocha Ghana and environmental activists Ghana ha nyina no say kasa say bebie the floodgate no ama ye kwaye no will be under siege and attack. Oman aban we say a listening government aban no egitum because of the national interest say hu be hia say ebi ho no mo a ye betimi etu agudie ni be e dey supporting the national economy no abra yen say kwaye branch ni because there are evidence to show say ye mining companies bi Ghana has see here even Newmont I think say Newmont have one of their concessions omo ye we say in forest reserve. So no, because of these protocols near the end, they are protecting the flora and fauna, the biodiversity, and it's animal now. Enhance a jumedia or mudino, na a boy and quiet and home. Whilst we generate the economic goodies, warfare, a free mining in Mabano. In terms of job creation, tax payment, royalties, all the benefits of mining, and it's animal money now. Oh my, a buying organized labor is here, the organized labor the two aban ni mu nyina no say aban entu ho na mo aban gitum say otu ho na mo because LI 2462 no aban gitum say mrasebedwa for recess omo e convene a aban e de beka koto omo anim say omo consider na sa emra no omo ntwensensan eno nti eno eda ho meaning say one of the major proposals of organized labor no has been catered for again. Eba yensuwa ene yensuwa essay as a result of illegal mining aban esanso state family say ohwe illegal mining it is already a ban activity in the country because illegality is illegality enunti eba yensuom eba kwaye mu a yenye mine tell ho because these areas are characterized as red zones. Government will use the security to enforce this red zone policy. No, said the beya, a beboa near boy issue no by near boy acquire branch you no eho by. Organized labor any abang in our intimate app. Said the beya, Saad dia betoy in our consul, you be a free honor. Almost all the discussions in Yunan and they say abang a show good courts. It was quite surprising. It was quite surprising. Say organized labor, a free honano, almost a child, almost say, or Montiasie, or they will go on a nationwide strike. Ghana water and the producing issue. You find say as a result of illegal mining, insurance be assay. But at the end of the day, 100% and or more treaty. At the end of the day, they can get 60% to save our people. Nationwide strike from organized labor. Which means that Ghana water company, workers, and also staff, and also organized labor home. And we say if they are striking, striking, meaning say our taps will be depleted of water at zero. Which one is better? 40 and 60, no? Which one is better? 160, which one is better? Medical sector, we are complaining of some hazardous metals and other things if we say as a result of exposure of mining and this never say medical practitioners, nurses, doctors, and dental and medical council for Munina part of organized labor. And air strike here. Oh my, you heard the hardship I did or mine. Have we quantified all these hardships? Oh my, we are heading into an electioneering year. About 60 days and less. I Pakotwaba, Edu Sabreya, Osha Software, a Christopher, a Muslim for GD for Nina come to your Bompire for a peaceful outcome, said the Beya. Koyenim Africa, I want so I might be brio more. These are mine have been plunged into confusion, they have been plunged into wars, they have been plunged into instability because of elections and chaos. Oh my. Sabre woman, and yet this kiki, and this sensitivity matters of this nature, no, you blown out of proportion in this magnitude, Anna. Say, Maya, we consider some of these things, and I am buying timelines, say, and near my buy a to me, I buy timelines as to how I achieve activity A or objective A, objective B, objective C. Now, I buy in this war, ya per coin be edia kaino. Strike action is part of our democratic rights. Because you remember my whole say your freedom of movement and association, your the right to protest any money under Article 21. Yes. But by see so the national interest, no, and who can say at the end of the year or mine. Share some of the reportage if you are my grossly responsible. Some of the reportage of course was said. If you are grossly responsible, you have some who to black a DB body companies be who said clearly he lacks understanding in this sector. On Tiasia. But because of partisan politics, no kafrafra, the OTS recognizance license, prospecting license, small scale license, any idea no kafra. There's no ban on the issuance of license. License a legal document. Obi I am for moratorium to the issuance of license, so then you stop the issuance of license. And obi illegality. Now person okay be and I say who see illegality na no. Or my any regulation and our regulation. They also offer kwan papa so aba. No we wonu be yen krata hye. Na wa ma ne krata hye so fa nkoye adwuma. Ene de o ma meje krata no hye baabi. No ye niema ye complaining of no why na tu anamo papa.
Okay, so why do you think the TUC will agree on these lines with government and so think that they need to proceed on the strike? Why? What's the challenge?
Oh my, there's nothing to think about. Probably they maybe you know now because said near all can say airline or buy and revoke airline. I buy get to some Rasibega for bar or the Quacoto name because I buy it to me so revoke the business of Parliament to pass law and to amend laws or to repeal laws. I am Rasibega for Ejuma into what they become Rasibegem. What Jatum Amakwai. Ebianka organized labor a penny year. A can buy money are buying ever signing and undertaking on all the agreements I'm agreeing on. Now the timelines I then or my attitude who say, I buy what you to Mudia, Edibia ye mau bosume, or the revocation of the airline. Ye mau now chimney to one ammonia who's to one more. And more any undertaking I want to assign it, you know. Ye get to me in the interest of our in the national interest in tea. Said the buyer, young minor, yen say or minor. Near say in economic activity, not to move for ends of Antino. Yema now tribune, now tribune, some minimum when Parliament is reconvening. I think say this month here they are coming back. Or mobile, yeah, sure, me say the first one, you be less airline. I buy the toss will be no insurance, you know. You ever say, yeah, or my soldier for the speedboat, a petrol the of Pra and Cobra Basin, near who you say to Fuano or more years, more China, one leg. And it's fine now. Or more who says you know. You be you or more free, so am I insurance so no. I'd marry generity near capability levels no above form. Or my say, you know, quite you could go bankrupt as organized labor say. Mumma car by when you know in Tucson morning boom. Oh my, the fight against Galamsey. I bind beyond the whole in this Fourth Republic on fighting the ministers of Galamsey from the late President Rawlings era or their soldier for fighting Galamsey and ye. President Kufuor in 2006, and their soldier for fighting Galamsey and ye. President Mills. FIT Galamsey and ye. President Mahama, the president in 2013, established the Interministerial Committee, so I'm fighting illegal mining. And our main focus was even against the foreigners involved in illegal mining activity. And ye, Koba said 2015-2016, the media coalition against Galamsey, you know, started because of the Shuana SANA 2017 activism in the President Akufo-Addo added the presidency tool on the line in March 2017 no or establish the interministerial committee on illegal mining the Professor Frimpong Boateng to ano ya the Operation Vanguard e dey say na man nyina buy e place almost a 2-year moratorium on small scale mining. O man enye say moratorium o ban dodo no eka say organized labor no mo ka say yemfam to small scale mining so say illegal mining so say illegal mining is illegal. The ban has already dey bia to so that ne yemfa ban and to so that because in 1989 there was a total ban on small scale mining in Ghana small scale mining enye djuma wa ha until President Rawlings introduced the small scale mining act no PNC law in 1989 and the small scale mining be illegal in Ghana ha. And the problem say Brian President Kufuor changed the Mining and Minerals Act of 2006 no Act 703 or there no buy the 1989 Act repeal you know Galamsey esa so you are fighting with military successive governments from President Rawlings ABC President President Adom Kufuor apen so anyi ye the moratorium on small scale mining first one is 6 months extension by na 2 years until say you lifted the moratorium on small scale mining and then yes about na keke stakeholder dialogue mining dialogues consultations training upon training.
So in effect you think there's a need for this strike?
Oh my, there's no need for this strike, but there's a need for us all as citizens, you know, to undo this canker political. You among yourself and free.
But why are you suspicious that the Labour Front is?
Oh my, why not? In this era, I count about 59 days or 60 years. But
once there's an illegality, it's not about the timing of.
You see, this illegality, has been an albatross on the neck of our country, any government to our country since the inception of the inception of the Fourth Republic. I said, "Mark, me do a femuno. Abanya benyina na fight here with military brute force. Moratorium ban I can't was The ban was introduced in 2017, and they left in I think sometime in 2019 or so, getting to the issue of 2019, and they are buying LFT ban. Now a regeneration of our water bodies in air course, and every air course. Oh my, come to think of it, the livelihood of the people matter. Social, the social response of the people. As far as small scale mining is concerned, ubisa obia sa takwa I am for it. Asankregwa highway ni aderi nyina no na ho ni nyina no eye almost a criminal zone, criminal den. Highway robbery ni adane koso nyina no. Oman obaje said na opa frɛ Western Regional Police Commander ni adeni hweke the crime rate. Tell the police service. As far as crime rate is concerned, they say, if the environmental situation, you know, and a problem, then there is something because you have tried all the brute force prosecutions, a ban, and then it comes to the injection of capital.
You know, Chief Lexis, you have a game pack about, and the was racer, and the news of me Ponko bring picture. Then the over say Bibini and Casa of free a year Jachi Pramso. So what's racer? Minimum to go to your mouse.
And some of your account na esi assembi so na ama masre
yakwa
ba ku bi o kan yesi super ubiza ne no say sade ne illegal ye de kwan say fast ne mum ya de say I say regulate ya ka say regulate o kada o hwa one more to him amount yakwa
game park
yakwa ka say you say ya de regulation
yakwa so yakwa well yasaba lawyer chum we the memo wako pass because I'm say obrenintino na otimi
as a picture
can sorry
no I do about calculus with Jawan so was wakare
is in the woman said na you watching at to say you fight illegality with any other thing but
to regulate it
in Ghana for one year the south into the area of the money Muhammad so regulate okada now amana be ye ade a ye den hye pa beto ho atreni ye manu a eni moto ni kano na sabi moto kano ankoye owu asem oko beni ni togo ni ade da
that's putting a proper regulation
exactly and training I mean they need to be trained even on how to ride the bike and ride it properly na ye demarcate bike lanes unze so I mean so we unze free Atomic Junction, Madina's Atomic Junction, yeah, you see. To Shiashi. Wouldn't say what the motorbike lanes was. Left and right, Nina.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That lane, Obia would Nimbia and say, one of them quite as well. And Sasa Ufa main road, not a lot of cars, and Namson also. I was all fat motor lanes now, you're creating. It is a criticism of way to do one ma yen kuma na say one mutu no kana mo dey your business in that. Because what I like to know, you see, they are Americans say hypocrisy na say if you. Yeah, tell you, will be all right that one way or the other. Call office and what the you will be. We all have them. So I tell you, pretend that I say, said be me, I don't say illegality, but yeah, you see. Exactly. Yeah, we are before we are pretend was that you. Who feel him? Exactly. So now, what this is mine so is a letter you can kind of cover. What can I mean notice some points be down? What's going to intensify a enforcement on the red zone areas? Now, why the years you have one president? Because of a GSM. Why the you on free or a GSM? Oh, demonstrate. Reports on the GSM. Not GSM. And I don't know what means. And you mean some to one of the which is a nini shoe. I'm saying, means I'm just shooting by no go down the door. What's small was one bird? What's small was one bird? I'm going to myself for a mumpany. I post it for minimum so that you penny pay no or that's 18 piano. Penny pa, I'm a general. Because I want to make a crack. Oh, something does not dance. Because there's no general that okay, and penny for police von penny for na ya minim so mo nna ko dia ade ya ba ntia man penny ga so mi nam rafi mi bisa wo ya nya e yasam yi ma no ye na si wa ka na onim ade na si mama no wanka le lawyer sibe wa ka onanim o ja se e bisa ko suma wo so mo ko na wa na so asa yo mo fira na wo se red zone e so si e dey tro yo mo fira mi nim wa na ba mo ni wa ka mi mi opposition na ba mo ni pa o tre ye wo fo be shi mo wo na wo fo be shi mo wo ja se mo na sa ye na ba se mo yo fira ko bra e man na ye I'm sure come on in your problem. You watch them, because I'm say, you're not an person who took them. And the man Kumana, Obi on go for that they can on just home. But when Kumana, they go quite sending a dinner, they go no to. Yes, and they are broken in technology, maybe by the same man compared to that time, no, Medito. Add then and they are just soon and Casamo. That's me, the biggest worry, no. You're mining. Okay, you're mining, but and the same angle would hold the or was it don't just number of them could be so. I think 3 months was saying, since 2 months was no be no about and that's it. So I'm sure that those bits means no coming like I said, they could go for Central Police. And also business, and also some I'm just saying, go between after what you need. And then the nay, I didn't see a man named Adjegu. Then I see. Because I wouldn't see every baby red zones. Wouldn't see every baby forest reserve. Take me, oh, but a phone can put enough. Reserve. Yeah, you see. Reserve. A musuo of a call. What you say? Reserve. Oh, wasn't memoir. I the choir, you now come the choir. Assume a wedding. Assume a Santa so. Forest. Assume forest. Go on, go to work. Go to it. I am reserved. As Antiman and it's a hop. It would do a can you understand what is it here? I am comfortably. It's your cousin, the reserve. I didn't buy until because I was obedient. Now, one more time, no reason. None of my from so-called large scale access to reserves there. Why is it that say before in your access to that so-called reserves? So what I say? It should have been a capital no-go area. Yes, because I didn't get it to reserve. And when you be when you say be a third to the Hadia, who would not be an answer Hadia Yankoha. Maybe what you say, you had the Yankohano. I Kasaki because they are buffer areas in the crown. Ramsey and Achimota Forest. You know, so that is the question. So, and then there will be more. Achimota Forest not already be on. At the end, there will be a crime that was I want to grant it over the 300 acres. Oh, I some also over some. Okay. What's it? Obey you. What's it? You employ law enforcement. One more I don't go. Was that you view?
Hey, a human.
Papa, one more I don't go. Man, who's a people about? We are. And I knew it. But I could be say, and young police is here to go.
Ah, yes, oh, conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, what does it? No crap. But you see, maybe I mean, we are facing this problem or this challenge with a lazy approach.
A lazy approach.
We are facing it with a very lazy approach and nothing a solution.
So a prescription, at least 1 or 2 approaches are quite serious, they're focused.
A ban is a ban. An enforcement is an enforcement.
So which one are we looking at?
A ban, I mean, what made people go near to arrest?
So a ban not on mining, but a ban completely forest reserves, water bodies.
No. Now, dear Mbakuni, me video be bra COVID time when soldier. No, it wasn't COVID time. Soldier for me at the Simo Bra no one ban no. I wasn't gonna be video now. Chinese company be or me can say be me can say landscape mining company be. Chinese will be won't be. Omo connect holes like a CMB inlet and outlet.
The soldier for the call on
the it was I'm saying we are far away from the main river.
It's a legal entity might be practicing an illegal.
Of course.
Once you breach the covenant
agreement. You see, you said the account so as small scale mining is not the same as Galam say because of what I was small scale mining be or license to operate into a legal. But your actions may be illegal. Maybe they make a choice. What means run home? We're about 300 meters or so away from the river.
Well,
now one big holes too. Now two number can say be a two number fence so can put at the quack and have it. No, the back on the corner. The back could the few on why one assassin. I did bring back. Now, Kroma Cabenza. What the Cabenza? And Panisia the Java as well. And this see one more cut time and once on the Omiaka. Now there's no good time for anything. Oh, 10 minutes to put down, we go into home, Bazagma and Yanaka. May say, once you couldn't give us reasons why I would drop military and police from these actions of dealing with mine the same question. But about the catchers who are forming for yourself from the water guards or the water
river bodies, wardens.
One way.
I think
when you know, said, I
know another matter.
One way. Which rivers were they guarding? In Zobaya, bring me down.
I understand between the Forestry Commission, the Minerals Commission, and then the major parent ministry. I said there was a certain rift to be. No.
In the north, there were people who were recruited.
Yeah, no, very important question. And I'm just
are they being paid as we sit here?
Nobody responds to that.
And the year from which I'm going to be
says our word is not. If you are Muka,
whether it is stipend, it's allowance, it's salary, whichever name be that we don't care.
He will see a recruit.
Of course. You spend money to recruit, you spend money to train. No, I mean, be a man person. This is an idea. You train them. So you spend money on all these people. You need to be on more. I've never seen any river water guard as well when be on any river. Meaning say you want who be there. And what we are sending money in our boss, I can't wait in a good one. I want me to achieve anything. You want us to stick up for you.
So my question is that if labor unions no problem. If labor unions in the bank question you collaborate with government now for you tackle illegal mining. 2 a commitment by government to revoke environmental protection mining in forest reserves regulations, regulation 2023 like 2462 parliament parliament intensified enforcement of laws prohibiting mining in water bodies and forest reserves. No area. Empowering law enforcement agencies to eliminate illegal mining activities from the empowering.
So what are they going to use to empower them?
And look what I mean. Empowerment.
What does it? Empowerment.
It's your movie, no. Me say this approach. It be catch a minister and no other say. This approach of even regional ministers or this.
And now we go say.
There be here same segment. So this approach, no, we be a copy. Na akohit na ba.
Edu e bro for some keke sabi. Bro for some keke. And what's empowering security? So so that we won guada. Process for guada. Etu e egu om chanda. Cars ye egu om chanda. Nti empowerment ben bi na zare ko mo. Wo so no mo no a wo ma hwiensi. Edu so am better say you want to empower them to go. What did them mom say? And I say obi akwa man breakfast. And only empowerment.
That's another thing.
There's a fundamental problem that we need to
empower.
Military no odom cooperation they thrive on ration. Also humanitarian anopa area enyumre. And a military no kocha na they are getting compromised.
Okay, but let me tell you, what some of the upper mind say, we are not demonstrating say per se titru about what she or per se okutia. Number 2. Yeah, so a cool man, I Ghana for mano. Nananom DC for opinion leaders, central for all manner of people. Yeah, so no, was too much. So I said, don't matter. Was say time and idea, time behind your time. Time be a bubinya once a maka. But Honor and Namestran say, Osha Brai Uremuna, a deep dressum could be a body for the one. Ubehuna ye team papa case. Yeah, sure, and I had Tnasia come up, say the bear, a bandy bed brace or back quantia. A good year to into the class, and import more crata or muntu on the class. Not the pabonifo so and I'm a quatic class.
Cobram Peninsula would promote what you have thrown in the jar.
No, when I wrap up on and I'm assuming says when I wrap up about here. Where the group my just to trap.
Oh my, Galamsi and Semia, or my a complex cycle.
Okay,
okay, the ma are buying air draw. Military, aerial police from the fight against illegal mining. At a point, you know more crampon than illegality. At a point, it is open secret. So, all mining towns and I be so baby a mining will be a coase coupon, any such areas, or any amansi and those areas in I say your police will call around site to site. I want you off a tree or Mokoha with police vehicles. I don't know, come from Baga. Oh, you're over to the same young day. Ope priest. Ope priest.
Sister P.
Any software, I want to be assassin. And no more chance can't a friend say. She said a complex size.
Sister P.
You say, I was seeing you now as a you buy into the collective near who you say this issue can be confronted without politics.
Okay.
Now you say your mind.
Let's Madam
I say you should be confronted without politics.
Exactly.
That is what we do. Bye bye.